Hello guys, welcome to my channel today. Today I'm going to be talking about ways to know that that person you're in a relationship with will not marry you. I'm not just saying that man will not marry you, because there are also some women that are not even ready to settle down. Yes, you could be in a relationship with a woman and she doesn't want to marry you. She's just willing to be friends with benefits, or just want you guys to remain in a relationship stage. She's not ready to settle down. There are people like that. You can be in a relationship with someone, that person just wants to have fun with you, but the person is not willing to marry you. You could be in a relationship as a man. You're in a relationship with a woman that wants to have fun all the way. Like, she doesn't even have plans of settling down anytime soon. But you as a man, you want to have your own family. You're not ready to settle down. What are the signs to know that that woman will not marry you? Now, you as a woman, you're in a relationship with a man. That man, he might be actually ready to settle down, but he doesn't want to marry you. But you feel that this man loves you, so he should marry you. Now, what are the signs? How do you know that that man will not marry you? So I'm generally speaking for both genders. So how do you know that that person you're in a relationship with will not marry you? But before I begin with the signs, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for that. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk about 12 signs to know that that person is not willing to marry you. So what is the first sign? When that person regularly and often avoids long-term commitment discussions, like all those discussions about the future plans, your goals, plans about commitment, your family, raising a family, talking about marriage, how many children you're going to have, all those things. When he or she likes to avoid such discussions, like whenever you bring up such discussions, it irritates the person, or the person just looks for another thing to just dodge such conversations, and it happens all the time, my dear, that is a sign that that person does not want to marry you. Because someone that wants to marry you will willingly want to have such conversations with you, because if both of you are really going to get married, then you guys need to have such conversations. So it's important. When he or she makes no effort to meet your family, that is the sign that that person doesn't want to settle down with you. Especially as a woman, you're dating a man that has zero interest about meeting your family. That is the sign that that man doesn't want to meet. Even if he's not ready to marry you like immediately, but at least he should be willing to at least know more about you, knowing your family, your close friends, all those things. That is when someone is willing to be committed in that relationship. Relationship has stages. So it's important that that person at least makes effort, has interest to meet the important people in your life. So when the person doesn't make that effort to meet the important people in your life, it's a sign that that person doesn't want to go far with you. So therefore, the person doesn't want to settle down with you, doesn't want to make future plans with you. When he or she doesn't want to make sacrifices, it's a sign that that person doesn't want to settle down with you. Yes, because someone that wants to go far with you, plan the future with you, and be with you forever, will want to make future plans with you, will want to invest in you, will want to make sacrifice, will be willing to make compromise, make sacrifices for you. I'm not just talking about giving you money, all round sacrifice, being there for you, being assisting you as well, financially and otherwise, showing interest, making sacrifices for you, compromising when it's not convenient for that person, being there for you. All these things are very important. So when that person is not really doesn't have any interest in making any form of sacrifices for you, it means that that person doesn't want to go far with you. Because when you love someone and you have plans of going far with that person, that is going into the next level with that person, you should have to learn to make sacrifices. That is what marriage is all about. Every day you make sacrifice for your partner, for your family. So it's very important that at that early stage of that relationship, he or she will have to learn to make sacrifices for you. When he or she focuses on casual dating, it is a sign. In fact, this is more like a red flag. Yes, because when you say that you're in a relationship with someone and that person just the main concern that person has with you is having short-term flings with you, just dating, as in to the extent that the person has even spelled it out, like, I don't want to have anything serious, this is just a fling, and you're still there, you that want. I mean, when someone says that he or she just wants a fling, like this is that, as in just wants a short term something, it is obvious that that person doesn't want to settle down with you. So you shouldn't hesitate to leave such a relationship if you really want to be in a serious relationship that will lead to marriage. So it's very important that you're observant when you're in a relationship with someone. When there is lack of emotional intimacy in a relationship, it's a sign that that relationship will not lead to marriage. When your partner often dodges, having deep conversations with you, things that will help you guys to be emotionally intimate, it shows that that person doesn't want to have anything deep with you. Yes, if someone is willing to, settle down with you, the both of you need to make efforts to be emotionally intimate with each other. In fact, it is something that will just flow naturally with the love and everything. Yes. So when the other person is struggling to be emotionally intimate with you so that you don't feel bad, then it means that that person is not even willing to settle down with you. It is something that both of you need to consciously do. Be emotionally intimate with each other. Have deep conversations. Have serious conversations about the future, about your marriage, about your love, about where your relationship is heading to. All these things are very, very important. When that person you're in a relationship with doesn't have any interest in building a life together with you, it is an obvious sign that that person doesn't want to spend his or her life with you, the rest of her life with you. You understand? So when that person doesn't even make efforts, doesn't show interest at all, little or no interest, it is obvious that that person doesn't want to settle down with you. Because someone that wants to settle down with you will begin to make plans. Like, the both of you will be planning things. There are so many things to plan when you want to get married. A lot to talk about. A lot to plan. So when all those things are not coming forth, it is a sign that that person is either not ready or doesn't want to spend the rest of his or her life with you. It's possible that someone might be ready to settle down but doesn't want to settle down with you. You might be looking at someone else or feel that you're not husband material or you're not wife material. You understand? So when that person doesn't want to, so the person might actually be ready to settle down but doesn't want to settle down with you. That is why you need to be observant. When she continues to have this flirtatious behavior with the opposite sex, it is obvious that the person does not want to spend the rest of life with you. Yes, because someone that wants to spend the rest of their life with you will not be flirting anyhow, because the person should be in love with his or her partner. You understand? So the person has to learn to respect the partner's feelings, their boundaries, their emotions, all those things. So someone that doesn't respect you doesn't value you, and someone that doesn't value you is not willing to spend the rest of their lives with you. So it's very important that you observe your partner and know if that person values you, respects the boundaries, the emotions, the feelings that the both of you share. When the person you're in a relationship with is never and not willing to walk through the issues the both of you have, it's a sign that this person doesn't even want something serious, because there will always be misunderstandings. But those misunderstandings are there so that you guys will understand each other at the very end. So when you guys have misunderstandings, when you guys have those conflicts, the both of you should be willing, even if not immediately, at least after some time of evaluating the whole issue, the both of you should be willing to walk through that conflict and move on with your relationship. So in a situation where one person doesn't even want to work the relationship or doesn't even want to make amends, all those things, it's a sign that the person doesn't want to continue that relationship and also doesn't want to settle down with you. because someone that wants to settle down with you will be willing to work out whatever conflict or issues both of you are having in that relationship. When he or she has unclear goals for the future, like the person doesn't even have goals, no aspirations, nothing, it is a sign that the person is not even ready to settle down. Talk less of settling down with you or any other person. It means that person is not even ready to get married at all. We're not talking about getting married to you or not wanting to get married to you. The person is not ready to, because someone that wants to settle down will start making plans, will have a vision, will have aspirations, for the future, for the marriage. All those things are very important, especially in a man. A man needs to have a clear vision. He needs to have clear plans, goals for his marriage. I mean, it's a clear sign that that person is not even serious. So a man needs to be, first of all, serious with his own life before adding someone else into, his own plans. So he should have his own plans, then build them up with you. When the person you're in a relationship lacks respect for boundaries, a clear sign that that person is not even serious. It's not serious about you. Yes, because when you're in a relationship with someone, you have to learn to respect boundaries. You have to learn to value your partner, because if you don't respect your partner, it means you don't value them. These things are very important. So when you want to settle down with someone, you have to learn to respect that person and value them as well. When you notice that your partner prioritizes independence over building a life together, like whenever he or she mentions his or her plans, you don't have a say in it, and you don't even see yourself in that person's plans, my dear, it's a clear sign that that person doesn't want to settle down with you. How can someone be talking about his or her goals in the next 3-5 years and you're not even in the plan at all? He or she doesn't even mention you at all. All those things, practicing autonomy instead of making efforts to grow together, instead of talking about growing together. You understand? The person is obviously making plans for his or herself. So it's obvious that that person doesn't even see any future with you, and it's obvious that the person doesn't want to settle down with you. So it's a very clear sign. And finally, for today's episode, that person you're in a relationship with could be giving verbal cues or mixed signals about the whole thing. Yes, might be giving you signs that he or she is not willing to even settle down anytime soon, or doesn't want to settle down with you. You need to see those signals. You need to learn to be observant, so that when the person has made it clear countless times, and when the person is still giving you signals that he or she is not interested, then you have to accept the truth and move on with your life. So that is all for signs that shows that a person doesn't want to spend the rest of their lives with you. Now, I have some practical advice to add to it. You have to learn to be patient. You cannot be in a 3, 4, 6 months relationship and you're already, feeling that if this person doesn't want to settle down with you, you have to break up with the person and move on with your life. No, you have to learn to be patient. Yeah, it works for some people to just date for like 4, 6 months and they're already talking about marriage. But what works for Miss A might not work for Miss B. You understand? So you have to learn to be patient with your partner. If the person might actually want to marry you, but the person is not just ready at that particular point in time. That is why my second practical advice is communication. You have to communicate with the person to know the way forward. Yes, to know actually if you're willing to wait, if you can wait, if you should wait or not. And finally, for today's episode, the third advice I have is that you trust your instincts. Yes, you have to learn to trust your instinct. If your mind is telling you that this person doesn't even want to settle down at all, then you have to make a plan B. If your mind is telling you to be patient with this person, and maybe the person is just struggling for the meantime and needs time, then you might as well trust the instinct and be patient with your partner. In everything, you have to learn patience. Yes. So that is all I have to say for today's episode. There are still so many signs that shows that someone might not be willing to spend the the rest of their lives with you, from the men, from the women, their character and all those things. So if you know any that you have experienced, maybe you've been in a relationship, maybe with your ex or something, and the character that person started putting up is what actually made you walk away from that relationship. So you could actually share your experience with us in the comment section. I would really love to see that. Thank you so much for that. Both the men and the women, you can share your experiences to enlighten the singles, people that are yet to enter their own relationship, and people that are in a relationship too as well, not yet certain of where their relationship is going to. We can all learn. Yes, so it's very important. Thank you so much for that. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you so much for listening, and please, if you're not subscribed, can you subscribe to my channel? Don't forget to like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode.